Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer and welcome to your daily silver stacking video. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, silver stackers across the world, we are 1,000 subscribers away from my 50,000 subscriber silver giveaway, but that also means we are halfway to hitting 100,000 subscribers, which is when we will be receiving that oh so sweet silver play button and that channel verification badge, putting a staple in the YouTube community and a huge mark for the silver stacking community on YouTube, showing that we are here to stay. We are coming stronger and faster than ever. So click subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss the entry video. You don't want to miss it. Now look at silver prices right now, ladies and gentlemen, almost up $1. Now what's happening, and this is within the last couple days, September 2nd, we were down below $24, and now we're approaching $25. What is happening? Well, we're about to talk about that right here. The link to this article will be in the description. Now, silver prices surge as precious metals react to the disheartening jobs report. It's silver stackers are in this weird parallel universe where things are good for us when things are bad for everyone else, right? When the economy's in bad shape, the prices for us go good. So we're in this very weird situation where we're like, we want our profits to go up, but we almost have to hope for the bad to happen for that to happen. So it's a very weird scenario. But anyways, precious metals and gold and silver prices are making moves higher on Friday, reaching month-long highs following the August's disappointing U.S. employment report. Both metals have been moving off their recent lows since early last month, with silver climbing over $2.50 per ounce during that time and gold rallying more than $150 an ounce. On Friday, gold has gained 1.23% to trade $1,834, while silver is up over 3.65% to $24.79 an ounce. Remember when I was making all those videos when silver was down bad, saying, guys, the dollar index is not going to go up forever. This is very temporary, and anyone that is selling right now, anyone that's panic selling right now, anyone that's freaking out, anyone who is believing this fear, uncertainty, and doubt is going to be sadly mistaken and kicking themselves in the butt when they do or if they do sell. Because this stuff happens on a day-to-day basis. One day, price could be dropping, looking very bad. In the next couple of days, the price could be rallying up 3, 4, 5%. And that's just how it goes. Speculation plays a huge factor in affecting these prices. And that's why when you pay attention to the day-to-day prices, you will drive yourself insane if you're emotionally attached and trying to make decisions off of what's happening on a day-to-day basis. Now, the employment situation report from the Labor Department revealed the key non-farm payrolls component that gained only 235,000 compared to a predicted 720,000. I mean, wow. They were predicting 720,000 and only got 235,000. I mean, that's a huge gap. The unemployment rate was 5.2% in August, which was approximately in line with market projections and compares with the 5.4% unemployment rate from the July report. And think about it. People are making more money sitting on their couch than they would going back to work. So what is the motivation to go back to work? I mean, that's just the reality of it. July non-farm payrolls were adjusted significantly higher from an already strong number. So that may be one reason gold and silver prices retreated from initial gains Friday before rallying once again. We're going to see a lot happening. Especially moving over the next couple of months, and they're about to cover that in this next paragraph. So, the Federal Reserve closely watched the labor report as it helps determine how future monetary policy will be guided. So, here we go. One of the most, or if the most influential part of silver prices is about to be unfolded right here, folks. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said in public remarks last week that if the economy evolved broadly as anticipated, it could be appropriate to start reducing the pace of asset purchases this year. This would set off the process of removing one key element of the central bank's crisis era toolkit for supporting the economic recovery, which has also served to underpin equity prices. So, what we're seeing is the market rallying, trying to wrestle with the idea of what matters to it more. Is it about the economy or is it about monetary policy? Steve Sosnick, chief strategist of Interactive Brokers, told Yahoo Finance Live Friday. Now, we've been in a monetary-driven market for so long, it's hard to say that monetary factors aren't at the forefront of the market's mindset right now. And yes, I was just saying this is the most influential thing on precious metals prices. But what I think we may be seeing here, we can't actually really figure out whether this is delays tapering in a meaningful way, he added, but there's still stuff in here that is not necessarily bad other than the headline number. Wages are good, the unemployment rate is good. So now we go into the second part of this huge, I guess, scenario that is unfolding, also affecting the price of precious metals, which is the robust cash flow. While the jobs report may be a drag on stocks and potential boost to metals in short term at least, analysts are generally optimistic that there will be a continued economic recovery and companies have robust cash flow due to favorable monetary policy. We're continuing to see ups and downs with Delta, but aside from those changes in sentiment at the margin, the bigger picture is that we still have a self-reinforcing recovery. We're seeing companies flush with cash. We're seeing a huge amount of demand that was obviously pushed higher thanks to all fiscal monetary stimulus over the last year. Companies trying to meet that demand, hiring, being forced to lift wages. As the consumer gets higher wages and jobs, they have more ability to spend. At the end of the day, it's the straightforward monetary policy. The fiscal is still flowing through, and this positive flywheel of business and consumers reinforcing each other that's helping to lift the market, she added. We're going to be seeing a lot of volatility, and when we're talking about something like silver, a lot of volatility. This stuff affects gold just as much, but since silver is also being pulled and affected by other areas, the industrial sector, even the silver investor side, people like you and I trying to get the slice of the silver pie, we're going to be seeing silver prices be pulling left, right, front, center, up, and down. So we have to pay attention to all of this, including the charts, including what's happening in the economy, but also the supply and demand factor. And that's why you have to pay attention on a day-to-day basis, because there is so much happening. And if you aren't paying attention, if you're not tuning in, if you're just blindly investing, throwing money hoping it sticks, that's gambling. Investors make strategic decisions based off information. Gamblers throw money, hope it sticks with the odds against them. Investors make strategical decisions based off information. We are getting this information right in front of us, and then we can tweak and adjust accordingly with the odds in our favor. So the 4-hour chart below shows that silver is recovering from a long-term downtrend, right? We saw this downtrend. I was showing the waterfall effect, right? Huge push upwards, and then it plateaus, drops, panic sell. Stops, it plateaus, drops, panic sells. Stop, plateaus, drops, panic sells. Stop. But now we're seeing something changing. This is the biggest quote unquote rally we've seen since this one back here. I mean, look, before it just plateaus. This isn't really a plateau. We started at $23.22. Now we're up to nearly $25. We haven't seen that previously, and the last time we have is when silver went from $24 up to $28, $29. So this could be a huge important time for silver to consolidate, to build stability, and set up that next rally, as people were predicting $30 silver by the end of 2021. As we get into the holidays, the Black Friday sales, the Cyber Monday sales, and historically, the pattern of the end of the year is usually bullish for silver, but recently we've been seeing it going down. So I still think there's a lot of stuff that's going to be cushioning silver, especially as people realize that $24 an ounce for silver is a steal, and as we see a lot of stuff happening that isn't so good for the economy, whether it's the strengthening virus or the political side of things, or the overspend. There's a lot. So I'm not worried. I still think $30 silver could be in the cards, especially when we see silver almost rally an entire dollar within a 24-hour time frame. So Kitco added, and let's go into this real quick. So the price dropped from June 1st, $28.71 down to $22.29. Since then, the price has made 3 higher lows and broke through the $23 and $24 an ounce psychological zone. And that's what I was kind of showing with that waterfall. Kitco added the price has moved out of the value era of the current consolidation, but the bulls will be looking to see if the $24.68 or 68 ounce resistance level can be broken to the upside. Beyond that point, the next resistance zone lies at $25.69. There are a few potential pitfalls for silver though. So let's look at this. Some reports state that China will introduce the yuan-denominated commodities futures trading that will be available to foreign traders and investors, which could affect the precious metals markets. China's State Council announced Friday its plans to offer more commodities futures, including shipping contracts. Foreign investors currently already having the ability to trade China futures markets like crude oil, iron ore, rubber, and bonded copper. The official statement announced plans to push the introduction to overseas traders by creating an international commodity futures market price and settled in renminbi. So that could be something. We don't know yet. That's speculation, and here we go. People will hear that information. They will start theorizing. They will start catastrophizing. They will start investing off of their assumptions. They're theorizing. And that itself can affect the price without even knowing what the actual facts are or what will actually happen. And that's why I hate that S word, speculation. So in addition, some analysts are skeptical that silver will play a significant role in the future of currency, even if gold takes on its traditional role as a standard supporting fiat currency. Instead, some experts see blockchain fulfilling that function. Even if global finance adopts a new gold standard in the future, silver may never go back into circulation as money. I just made a video about that yesterday, actually. Highly recommend you watch it. And he's actually probably referring to the article that I covered. It was a very interesting and not bad article. I thought the article was just going to be throwing out a whole bunch of BS. They made some good points. I still broke down and gave more context to what they were mentioning. So I definitely think you should watch that video and see what they were talking about in that article, and let me know your thoughts on it. But still, it's a possibility. So they're going into the blockchain path. Yes, blah, blah, blah. We know that Bitcoin is slowly replacing the dollar in some type of way. But will that affect precious metals at the end of the day? I don't think so, because they are used for two different things. Silver and gold have intrinsic value. You can hold it in your hand. Silver's value would be derived from industrial supply and demand fundamentals. the prices of silver would track copper more closely than gold. So that, I mean, copper, even oil, those oil actually is something that is very closely correlated to silver prices that I've talked about in the past, but a lot of people overlook it. Gold and silver are going to start taking on a life of its own because they are used for two completely different reasons. We would see something like copper more closely supported and correlated to silver prices. Gold is used for jewelry, necklaces, watches, earrings. Why in the world would something that's used mainly for jewelry and as money be so closely affected by the same things that something is used for electronics? I mean, very little amount of silver is used for jewelry. Very little amount of gold is used for electronics in the industrial sector. So why would the prices be so directly correlated, right? Gold isn't scarce, silver is. Look at the premiums on gold coins right now on APMEX. Not much of a premium, but silver premiums are huge. The U.S. Mint announced there's a silver shortage, not a gold shortage. It's silver. And that's why the prices are affected differently. And that's also why my name is Silver Slayer, not Gold Slayer. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Remember, we are approaching 50,000 subscribers. That is a huge number. That is a massive number. I am so excited to do that giveaway. I'm so excited to hit that number because, like I said, we are halfway to getting that oh so sweet silver YouTube play button and that channel verification badge, which just proves that silver stacking channels, silver stacking community can actually be as big as a normal channel. When I started, silver stacking channels were at the bottom of the bottom. If you had 10,000 subscribers, you were the man. You were it. You made it. Nowadays, for a channel to potentially hit 100,000 subscribers and be verified just like these gaming channels and these YouTube channels, or the makeup channels, that is just mind-blowing to me, and it just shows how far silver stacking has come. So make sure you click subscribe for that, you know, that perspective alone. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. The link to this article will be in the description. Let me know what you think about all this. Let me know what your prediction for silver prices will be at the end of 2021. Let me know. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.